What's up, money makers? Looking for the next stock to explode? Or maybe you just want to break one down and see its potential? Or maybe you're just reaching out for a little bit of help. You want to get in a session, that way you can be educated on the things you don't know. Well, here at Just.Scrollin.Trades, those options are limitless because we're going to offer all those things. We're going to be able to get down to the nit and grit and find what we're really looking for. Not only do we break them down and analyze stocks, we also have the raw juice at Banking with Billy Discord. Billy and the other coaches, including myself, rip the smoke every day with updates on stocks we are chasing or letting go, flooding the chats with updates and direction to the best of our knowledge. I'm your host, John, with Just.Scrollin.Trades. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So today we're going to cover Webull on desktop. Now we'll be giving an update version on your cell phone app, but today we're going to do desktop. So, of course, once we get into Webull here, you're going to put your phone number. You'll get a verification code. Once you get the verification code, you can hit this right here to agree to the terms and service and privacy. Hit next. Go ahead and finish signing up and signing into your account. Just follow the requirements that it asks for, and once you get your information in there and get your money sealed up, then we're going to be able to move right into Webull. But let's go ahead and jump ahead real quick. Let's act like you already have your account and we don't even have to worry about it no more. Let's see here. Go ahead and pull mine up. Because I know a lot of us are having issues. I see that a lot of people are having trouble understanding why they cannot use Webull, or they're unsure of themselves. So whenever you're in the chat and you're following these trades and you see that, okay guys, well, we can look right here at the trade. We can see that they're talking about getting in the Discord. They're talking about when they should get out. They're talking about when it's too late. All these things that are affecting their decision making. So now that you're affecting the decision making, they're not sure what to do. They're not sure, should I follow this person? Because last time I did, I jumped in too late. I wasn't able to keep up. So I think it's very important that we understand the platform that we're using and understand how to use the platform. So like I was saying, Webull, that's one we're covering today. This is some good stuff here. A little too techy there, but here we go. So how as a trader would you want to set this up? How do you want to start from the fresh and get there and know what you're doing when you're there? All right, let's see here. We'll just start at the top up here. This right up here is where you can actually create a new window, clone the window, reset current layout, save, customize layout, all layouts, lock layouts, hotkeys, and about. All right, well, let's talk about this a minute. What's creating a new window? This, what we're looking at right here, is my window. I have my watch list. I have my charts. I have my quotes, my buy-in, my order book L2 for my options trading, time and sales, volume analyst. All kinds of good information. I can go ahead and put in my trader code down here. I can do all these things just from here. But again, what are we really on? It's on stocks, right? So if we go to stocks and it's showing us what's up, what we have here are recently viewed, our watch list, where all this can be adjusted at watch list. So let's jump over here to our watch list. I'm sorry. Let me back up. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Markets. Right here is where you can go and get the deets of any kind of stock that you're looking for. Symbols, information, what's hot, what's not. We have our heat map down here to let you know what's already going up and what is staying down. This right here is where it all starts at. This is where you find your juice at. On your second row here, okay, on your top corner, left corner, index chart, net flow, market overview. Now, if you don't understand but what one of those mean, then stick with that one. Market overview is a great one, especially for beginners, because it's actually showing you the layout of how you should or should not go in. Advanced, let's see here, advanced December, right? So look at market sentiment. So yeah, yep, that's a neutral for sure. But this right here just kind of gives you a layout of what's really going on, where people are at on the low, the high. All this is more of a technical thing, so it's kind of confusing. So right here, index or Fortrix. Which one do you go through? If it's Webull, we don't do Fortrix on Webull anymore. So it would be index. You can go to Fortrix and it still provides all this information where you can keep up with additional information. But if we go back over to index, it's showing us the heavy hitters. Those are the big boys that own a lot of stocks instead of just one. It's pretty interesting whenever you get to looking at it. And then over here you got the freshest news that drops. And see, now how, John, how do you get all that? Well, this is just how it's set up. But what if none of this information means anything to you? What does markets mean to you? Now, all that, I use different things on here, like the IPOs. I'll go over here to my IPO calendar. This is your next drop down. You got your top gainers, your top losers by hitting tops. And you can add this to anything I'm about to show you. And you can change it in any of these pages here. So you got markets, watch list, stock, screener, custom, account, and more. And your more is your paper trading, options trading, starter, trading market, community, learning center, contact us, and settings. Literally, you can do everything in every one of these windows and set up exactly to how you want it. Now, first and foremost, I'll be making another video on this later, but one thing to remember is that whenever you're setting this up, you also need to know what type of trader are you. Are you the type of trader that's going to do day trading? Are you the type of trader that's going to do swing? Are you the type of trader that's going to do long term? Are you going to be the type of trader that does positioning, volume? You've got to figure out who you're going to be in this role for yourself. And we'll discuss that in a later video. Let's just go ahead and jump forward and say we figured out what kind of trader we want to be. So now let's do the watch list. Now in our watch list, I have different ones, that I go through. These are recently viewed whenever I'm doing my scans. I'm looking for stuff, trying to see what's going on, what's hot, what's not. Now, when you're going through here, this is a lot to take in. There's a lot of additional information here that people do not understand just by looking at the watch list. It's okay. Eliminate what you're looking at. If it's too much, shorten it down. If this is too much, then let's go over here to my positions then. Right? This was from last week or week before, right? So this is my positions. I usually throw them in there whenever I'm moving money around. I'm doing stuff and I'm playing with different stocks. I can go here. Now I only have 4 I'm looking at. So whenever I go over to top gainers, or if I go over here to recently viewed and I see all these, I'm like, I don't even know what's what. Well, look at what we have to go through these. So if you go to something smaller where it's not so overwhelming when you're first looking at it, it's so much easier. So let's go to my positions, for instance. So right here are your symbols. This is your ticker symbols that tells you which stock applies to which company. There's the name of the stock, your spark line. This is just a good thing that you can actually scan over with your mouse, and it shows you what the market's doing. You can actually slide over to it, and you can change the minute, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 hour, day, week, month. What kind of trader are you? What kind of trader are you? And then you're going to know exactly which one of these you need to use. Right? There's our overall. We're still climbing on this one. That's awesome. So yeah, and then you can just go to the next one and the next one. So you're just skimming them there. So the last call, the change, the percent change, previous close, open, your high, the low, pre-market and after hours. That's always interesting to see because even though this is red, this over here, it's already showing the positivity of where it was to where it's at now. So all these are already making their way right back up there. These are just sleeping giants is what they are. But high, low, pre-market, after hours, right here, telling you when the market's closing and everything, what's really going on, volume, how much that's carrying out, average volume. So if it is it over average or is it below average? You can do your comparison right here. If you continue to your right, turnover, percent range, percent turnover, 52-week low, 52-week high, exchange, market cap, PE, EPS, TTM, which is going to be a very interesting class later on to understand EPS, TTM, DIY yield, free float market cap, next earnings. So now you can get all this general information right here, right off the rip. There is no waiting around, just through looking at your watch list. If you understand what these numbers mean, that's the trick. But to understand what the numbers mean, you're going to have to see it in live time. Especially, we're almost there. We're gonna go ahead and go to stocks now. So our stocks, again, same concept, and you can literally set this up however you want. Like right here, I can buy, sell. I can get my quick information here. I can switch to options real quick. But we're going to go down to custom. I just want to go ahead and skip over here to custom. And we are going to start a brand new blank screen. So now we just got a field where all you can drive around in Webull. The first thing you got to know is how to set up your page. How you want to set up your comfort zone. So as just a beginner trader and you're starting on Webull, what's the first thing that we're going to need? Well, first we gotta know what's going on, right? So to me, I think that one of the first things we're going to need is your quotes. Now, what are quotes and why is this information vital and where would I put this? Okay, well, let's talk about it. Again, what kind of trader are you? Are you a day trader, swing trader, long term, position, volume? Once you eliminate the other trading strategies that don't work for you, then you find what does work for you. Now me, I love the quotes. I love being able to pull this down real quick and read over them and see what's going on with this stock. I always love to see where it is currently at, so I always like it up in the right hand corner. And that's usually where I stick it. So now I've got my information coming in. Now I'm going to be able to tell, but now I don't even know what it's talking about because I don't have a chart up. So let's put a chart in. And now I'm still just doing the same thing. I'm adding widgets. You go up here and you can see add widgets right up here with the briefcase. Add widgets. Save as a customized layout. New layout. See? It gives you options. I'm just creating a new layout with you guys. So now I can drag this with my mouse. I can pull it out from the side. I like to click on it just once. There we go. So now I can pull it across. That way I got plenty of visual. Now I have my quotes. And now I have my chart up. And I was able to get it all up here at the briefcase in the widget. And once I click on it, it'll just pop up for me. So now my next one is going to be my watch list. Now, of course, where you put all this information is preference. What works best for you? What makes you faster? Typically, a lot of people like to come out whenever we go to trade. Or is it stocks? Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Okay, awesome. So now we'll just pull up a watch list. Went over to general, found watch list. Now, watch list is very peculiar how you want to do it. Where do you want to look at your information for it? This is how you determine, okay? This is how you determine positioning, right? What are you going to utilize watch list for? And is this in particular window, this section, is it going to be multiple things or one thing? You'll see you see some people trading, they'll have it lined up like this right here, and then of course you can adjust any kind of information you want to on this by clicking the symbol over here. I can go in here and I can unclick any of these. I can add any of these. That's it. All day long. All day long. I can add every single symbol they have. I can hit done and I can scroll through everything right here. But what kind of trader are you? Do you have time to make rash decisions? Do you have to make quick decisions? There's no holdbacks. There's no takebacks. Those are questions that have to be answered. If we go over here and we'll move this real quick right down here, because like I said, some people like it over here. They like it right to their side over here where they can pull it down, they can stretch it, they can go through there, they can see what's green, what's red, they can click on it and be in and out real quick. That's watch list symbol alone. Me, my preference, now this is personal preference. Everybody's different. But on this one right here, you're actually coming in. We're going to make that space the same. I'm going to pull it out this way. I'm going to pull it back this way. Now I've got it the same width as my chart. And this is my watch list. But the preference of being down here, a lot of beginners put it down here. I've actually swapped up recently and put this above because I feel like I found out a quicker way. But starting out, you're just trying to figure out how to operate, to function the operation on here. And again, this is on desktop, but you can set up these things. There's just a little difference between your desktop and your mobile app, but we'll go over mobile app at a later time. So now we have our chart. Okay. Now we have our watch list. Now let's add, you see all these 500 things on everybody's thing. Let's add a couple things. All right. What do we want to add with our watch list? And of course, everybody's different. It's personal preference. Okay. So one of the things though I suggest is like, all right, so top gainers. So this is gainers right here in 5 minutes. Well, what's this one then? Like, why do I have two options here to do this? Well, where do you want to look at it at? That's the thing. What's going to make you the quickest and the most accurate at everything and every decision you're making in that stock? So one of the things, I would go to general. I'm sorry. Quote. Oh, here we go. So there's volume. Everybody knows how it is with volume analysis. Now you can set up your own little thing over here to the side if you want it separated, but I like to be able to see those numbers big and bright. So now I've got the watch list. Now I added that widget by clicking right here, the plus sign. I'm adding, name, add to watch list. Look at that. I can add to the watch list from the side. I'm on, go to my stocks. Let's go to my position. I got 4 positions right there that it says, right? Let's go add to watch list. RKLB. It's not going to add this. Those are positions. But where'd it go? Watch list. There it is. Recently. You can move to the left or right. All these can be added in to your watch list by going back up here. You can control your watch list. Click on which one you're looking for. You want to add, and this is where you need to go. I was thinking about that a second, right whenever I said that. You actually need to go in here. This is where you're going to make them and break them, right? Let's come in here. We're going to go through these. Okay, so all stocks. Let's go to Cassie stocks. Let's add a symbol. What else is Cassie sitting in on right now? I was actually supposed to update her the other day. Neo, she's already got that. She's already got SIS. RKLB, I think, was one of them. And I'll just keep going through here, and I can add. I'll just set up that name. Now I'm adding those names to it. Let's see here. I think a BMR was another one on her. So now I've got her list up here. And not only do I have her list up here, I can see what her stocks are doing from here. But there's more. This attaches to everything else. So even on my tablet, whenever I pull it up, I can go to recently viewed, or all these things that I added on my desktop where they're connected with one another. It updates everything on my desktop. Or updates everything on my iPad if I update it on my desktop, and vice versa. If I update information on my iPad, it updates it on my desktop. It's awesome that way. So now, this is where you would adjust those, and you would add on or take away. If I'm going over here and I'm adding in my watch list, my preferences and stuff, check out this information up here. The yellow, if I hover over it, you see where it has the click. It says 12 healthcare stocks moving in Monday's intraday session. Now we go over here, click off of it, and then come back to the blue one. It's going to be a chip there. Q4 date 220, period Q4, estimate EPS negative 25. Oh, negative 0.2567, right? Okay. So there's the information that's given us here. So wait a minute, that's really not enough, really. I mean, what? Let's go back over to custom. So in custom, we were building all the things here, and we're trying to get it ready. So next one, news. We need those hot beats. We need to know what the drop is. We know what the scoop is. Put in news down here. You look right here. You're like, okay, I'm with you. Add symbol. All right, let's do it. Let's do. I think let's do Q. That's a good one. Q. See, I went to over here. I'm on news. I clicked on add symbol, added the symbol, and now see how this is tied up. But wait a minute, my chart is not matching up with what I got going on here. So let's back out this a minute. Why is my chart doing that? Well, let's see. Oh, I see what's missing. We'll do that at the end. So now that we have the news, let's go to the next one. Let's add another widget. So we're just going to jump back up here since we pulled it down. So now we're just going to go up here. It says set as a group. News. Okay. Now, this little line, the little hashtag mark by itself, the single, set as a group. What does this mean, set as a group? Well, I want it to do the same thing on every one. So on this in particular one, I'm just going to pick out 7 because I'm using up some other ones. So now I can come up here and I can do the same thing. 7. So now it doesn't matter whatever I put in here. So if I go down here to symbol on the news end and I put, well, right there, Invesco. And then it'll pull up that vertex. So VTNR. Now it's pulled up that stock. QQQ. All relations, but now all those are tied in together. So even if I go up here and I put in BMR. Well, now it changes this to BMR. It changes this to BMR. This is the news for BMR that's been given out last few days. 7 hours ago. We'll have to look into that later. Market news. Watch list news. All of this. Boom. Helps you keep up with it, and it's all right here together. I mean, you build this the way you want it, your preference. Go to watch list, look at the ones you're watching, and then they're going to be in comparison with what the actual market's doing and how it looks and how it's performing. So now whenever we circle back around and we got that up, now we got our chart, now we have a watch list, volume, news, we have our quotes up here that gives us all that little hot deets information that you can just scroll down through. You can pull up. You can do comparisons while you're looking at your charts and see what's the stock doing, where's the motivation. And see, that doesn't cost you anything for that. And now we're just going to make more space where we can draw that back a hair. Oh, too much. Pull it up a hair. And I'm going to pull it down some right here. I like to see those high lows and see what we're working with through the day. Again, it just depends on what kind of trader you are. Now that I have that, we'll go back over here. Let's add another widget. Push the little briefcase. We're going to go down here. We're going to look at what else. We're going to add analyze down here because we want to be able to look at that. We want to be able to see this. Is this Bible? What should I do here? Press releases. That's another one. That only comes out, during the days, but press releases right there. Anything I'm going to use to investigate on in particular stock, I want all that information here. Watch list, volume analyst, news, just regular analysts, releases. Let's see here. Another one I'm probably just going to go ahead and pull up is I'm going to do the classic. A lot of people are still learning about the other stuff, so I'm going to do a classic trade. Oh, yeah. classy trade, and I'm also going to go ahead and do. We'll wait. All right, so now we got the same thing going on here. We'll grab it. We're gonna put in number 7. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna move it over to here, and now look, we can go down underneath this. We can pull this out more. There's so much more we can do now. So let's go ahead and pull that out a little bit. All right. So yeah, I mean, here releases the financials, the insiders. So anytime that paperwork's coming out, where if they're growing or if they're going to expand or if they're going to have dividends, this is the hotspot to get that information from. They're going to allow you to review these, and you're going to be able to pull it up. And you can do this for any stock on Webull. Again, keeping it attached. Now, if you switch, like this is your basic setup right here, And when you set this up, you're setting it up to your preferences. What's going to make you quick? What's going to make you fast? You got to make those decisions, because you can't be quick over here pushing a button until you know the skills. That way you got something to move with. You can go to the watch list, you can go to volume. You can see what all these skills are doing, what all these settings are doing for your skill set, for how you're comparing yourself. So if this is all you're going to get on here, fine, so be it. Let that be it. Don't push yourself. You'll add plenty of stuff as you go, I promise. Just like right now, whenever I go up here and I'll hit the MACD, RSI, right up here at the very top of your chart, that's where this information is at. Indicators. Hit your indicators. Choose what indicator you want to use. Right here, drawings. Everybody that's followed me for a while, they know that I'll draw messages out there that sees that, hey, you know what? I understand, but here it is. And this is what's about to happen. Respect that. That's what's up. But some of us working as individuals, and we're having to make these decisions all on our own. You're going to set up your drawing. You can do parallel lines. All you do is click on the parallel line. You click, once here, once there, however you want to set up. You want to move this up, you want to move that side down, and say you're done. You can actually lock that in where you don't have to worry about that no more. Say you want to do parallel lines right here. It goes from one end all the way to the other, infinity to infinity. It's a long way. Now, let's say that you want to do the multi-reader, multi-lines. Ash will appreciate this one. All right. So now, let's see. Oh, there we go. All right. So now, just the potential to show that it does have room to grow. Oh, yeah. But still don't make that all-time low like I was hoping on that one just yet. That's okay, though. I mean, you're going to have the bounce back. If you underestimate the bounce back, it's going to get you that much worse. If you think that the bounce back is not going to affect you, it most certainly will. All right, let's go back over here to custom. So now we have all these things set up. I'm having to scroll in and play with it. Like learn your system, learn your money. You work for your money. Your money, you don't chase money. Money chases you. That's what you want. That's the mentality you want. I don't have to go look for money. Money's coming to me. Why would I go look for it when it's already here? A lot of people forget that part. They just want to hear the more, more, more. But even with your indicators, we can take these off. That way there's no harm, no foul. And on this in particular one, oh my. Well, that'll probably never happen again. What stock is that? BMR. BMR's got somewhere to go. Wow. But yeah, that's just implementing another skill to my set right here. I'm adding it in, and now you see, look, you got your volume right here. I got the news right there. I can make unique decisions with all that right information. Even if I click on day, 1 hour. If you know what you're looking at in each time frame, then you're not going to fail so much. If you know what you're looking for that uptrend or the downtrend, if you don't know that information, you should not be trading with real money, period. But, each his own. But that's just going to be a hard lesson later down the road for you to try and learn. That's not okay. So, but yeah, So here's your basic setup on Webull. Uh, this is it. You can make all your decisions right here. You can get your additional information down here. You can always add in additional widgets. You just got to see what's best for you and what fits you. And later on videos, we're actually going to break down and go over the different types of trading strategies and how to implement them in your everyday trading. And the things that you need to know and the things that you don't need to know. Just because, there's a lot of different skills for different things. But if you're trying to learn them all, you're already going to be lost. You got to know the foundation of them all. Pick one and run with that one. Once you master that one, move to the next, then the next. Then you're going to have 3 different passive incomes coming from 3 different scenarios just because you follow the rules. I'm going to get good with this. So I'm going to do this stock and this stock. That's all I'm doing. After you made your money back and then some, okay, I have more confidence in myself. Not only am I going to invest in those 2 stocks again because they're coming back from the uptrend, I'm going to go ahead and invest another 500 shares into that same company just because of how much they have given back to me. So it's a give and take game, and you have to keep up with that information, especially when they do the news releases. They put the information out there. It's so much that has to be covered. And you can always go through here and just look at your widgets. Like, decide what you want. You can go into quotes, chat, options, quotes. See, and that's another thing, like options. Yeah, I still do options. Whoops, not that many times. It's only one of me. Let's see here. So yeah, but to each his own. Everybody's got their own preference. I can sit here and I'll just load them up right there, and then whenever I go to town, I can take them with me. And then, but on this right here, look at this gap. That gap's got to be filled. It's almost filled too, but it still likes a little bit. It ain't done yet. The gap is not done yet. But this is a prime example. See, if we would have saw this gap down, I would have already been on this. Look at that sideways W right there. Boom, boom. That's for you, Ash. There's that sideways W. It's showing you that's going to upper trend. But you see how the right shoulder, if the right shoulder was lower or equal to, it would either be a slow night or no night at all. Just because of that simple fact there. But where we know that gap has to be filled, we know that this is BMR. This is a company to be reckoned with anyway. But just any additional information you're unsure of or you're unaware of, you can go over here and pull up what's going to make you comfortable trading. What's going to make it okay for you. Any information that you can get news-wise or anything like that, that is one thing that you definitely want to jump in on and be able to provide that information. Be able to provide what you're standing beside. Just because the market chooses to go another route than what you said it did, that's the stock market. We're guessing every single day when it boils down to it. The only difference is that we're making educated guesses from what we've already learned in the past from the market. That's all we're doing right now, is we're making those educated guesses that gives us a better direction of what to do with the market and the follow through. It eliminates less risk, and it also makes you feel more confident investing your money into something like this. And I would never tell anyone not to do this because I think it's good for everyone. And it's all about preference here. It's all about preference. But where you can go up here to this little briefcase, add any widget, you can go here. I can order a new layout. Watch it. I can start fresh. I can bring up an old one. Bring up Slayer. See? Boom. However you want to do it. Whatever is best for you. Whatever suits you best. Whatever fits you best. Are you more worried about, being perfectionist over here? Or are you about being a perfectionist making the money? That's what it boils down to. But if you know how to pull this up, you know how to trade, you know how to look at your quotes, use the tools that we teach every day in here, with your MACD, your RSI, keeping up with all these things to make sure that you're on point with your end, then you're going to keep growing. You're going to keep learning. Screeners. Now this is a great indication, and I can't stress enough, this is another video I'm going to have to do later because this is a whole video by itself. But just a quick review here. Screeners. You can set up your screeners over here. Filter. You can set up however you want. What your market cap look for is, what your ROE cap look for is, what is the lowest, what is the highest that you're looking for there. MA is trender. We don't use that one. Bull technical. FSTO technical signal, MACD technical signal, RSI technical signal, Williams percentage R. So yeah, it's just telling you all the tickers, the tech side of things, breaking down these analyses and what's really popping out of this stock and what this stock's really trying to say here, what it's really trying to show us. So screeners work out great, especially, do additional information. Look, again, you got to figure out what kind of trader you're going to be. Day, swing, long term, position. What is your day trading style? How are you going to do? And once you can figure out your day trading style, well, then the options are endless. Reach out to me, leave a comments on my YouTube channel in the comments below the video, and I will be more than glad to reach back out and we'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. What the holdup is. What you feel that's hurting you. If you need an additional video with this one to get more information, we have covered the watch list, the market, the stocks, the screener, custom. I'm not going to go over the account right now because this is my current one, so I don't want to do that. It's one of my current ones, so I'm not going to do that. But then you got your community, reaching back and forth, which you don't need that, because if you come to Banking with Billy Discord, then you're going to know with Banking with Billy that you're going to get that smoke anyway. You're going to get that heat every day. And once we start up and do our additional add-ons, it's going to be nonstop information. We got big things coming. We're not slowing down. We're gearing up to help you, to help ourselves. That way we can grow as a team and be a family. If there's any additional questions, you guys just reach out, let me know. I'll be glad to help you out. And again, thanks for checking out Just Scrollin' Trades with John. Have a good one. Happy trades.